All right, we're live. Just testing this new software and see how this works. Hope you guys doing really well um, and enjoying your quarantine time wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I think it's a time to come online and do these lives quite often. So I've been Slack on this group. I've been doing it in other private groups quite a lot, but the public group I haven't done it for a while. So here's the time to actually come and do it. With you guys and share some sort of insights and where you at, what have you been doing, and I know a lot of people are kind of self quarantine and you at home, uh, pretty much doing and spending time with the family and not doing much or doing way too much. From my perspective, I've been spending pretty much whole day in this place and doing my work and talking to this thing called the camera. Starts it early in the morning, finishes late at night, different sections, different people. So, been enjoying this quarantine time quite a lot and having fun. But I want to speak to you guys today something important, some important concept. See if I can actually add any value to your life and make a bit of difference and where you at and what you've been doing. So let's have a chat very quickly. So I want to introduce to you a new concept. Right. So in our lives, if you look at it, we all have this one imaginary line, which is pretty much line of intent which we use it to describe our life. Whether sometime you sort of operate below the line, sometime you operate above the line. We all have these lines. You can call it a standard, you can call it something, but there is an imaginary line all the time in our life. That line is dictate whether we're doing well or whether we're not doing really well. Means that that line appears everywhere, right? That line appears in our relationships, that line appears in our money, the business, everywhere, right? It's just the imaginary line we created, and you'll see that in your life, you're pretty much above that line or below that line. And that's the way we live our life, right? Most of us and most of the world does this. And, talk about money as well. People have this imaginary number as well. If you make $20,000 a month, you pretty much is going to stick around to that $20,000 a month. That's just the number, right? And if you make $100,000 a month or $150,000 a month, you're just going to be that number, right? So a lot of people, if they go below that number, they're going to panic, and if they go above, they're going to go out and spend. So everywhere in our life, we have this imaginary line which is going around all the time, and we work through that line all the time. And today, which I've seen through this news and through all these what's happening in the social media world, what's happening in the world because of this COVID-19 thing going around, a lot of people sort of start to operate below this imaginary line what they have, right? A lot of people start to operate because everybody's kind of in a fear, everybody's living in anger, everybody living in sadness. They feel that the world is going to end. They feel that something is going to happen because there is a very so much uncertainty in these times. And see, and it's pretty cool, like in a way, if you look at it, because when there is a lot of uncertainty in the marketplace, the person who provide the most certainty wins, right? So, and this is the example for you guys as well out there, who's doing this, right? So, if your marketplace is very uncertain today, if your clients are very uncertain today, it's a time to stand up and provide them these certainties, provide them this assurance, provide them this hope that things are going to be fine, right? And they're looking for somebody to stand up and say, hey, things are just going to be fine, right? So we have seen worse as a human race. We have gone through a lot in the last many years. We have done a lot of work, but this is compared to what our generations are, our great granddads, and they have gone through. This is nothing, right? So I'm sending this message to pass it on to your clients, pass it on to your tribe that this shall pass as well, right? It's just a time. The only thing you can do today is just provide certainty in your marketplace, right? Provide certainty. There is a lack of certainty today. People living in fear, and the person who's going to come and take people from this below the line to above the line, those are the people will remember it for many many years, right? So hope this makes sense, right? Hope you understand the concept. So your job is going forward for next few weeks, next few months, operate above the line, whatever the line is for you. Operate that above the line, because when you operate above the line, you'll see things just flow, right? Things just happen, and you want to come above the line. All right, that's it for me. Thank you guys, and I'll speak to you guys very soon. See you.